Elon Musk announcing big news regarding his bid to acquire Twitter. Musk tweeted Friday that he's decided to put the Twitter deal on hold due to recent Reuters reports on the number of fake accounts on Twitter. Musk says the deal will be on hold while he researches whether the amount of fake and spam accounts on Twitter is actually just 5%, as the company claims. Well, the sudden turn of events comes weeks after Musk agreed to take the company private, and a $44 billion deal, and leaves investors flustered about Musk's willingness to swing through. Well, Musk now also risks legal scrutiny due to his announcement. If he chooses to walk away, he risks a lawsuit from Twitter for breach of contract that could cost billions. I want to welcome in research fellow at the Center for Technology Policy at the Heritage Foundation, Frederick. Kara, appreciate you being with us. What do you make of all of these developments and the fact that, Elon says he's not backing out of this deal? He's placing it on hold to see how many fake accounts there are on this Twitter. But then again, he's researching this himself.
Yeah, exactly. I think Elon right now, he's doing his due diligence. He's looking under the hood, as he should. We know in the past that these big tech platforms have misrepresented some of their impacts before. Remember Facebook and the video engagement to advertisers? They were misrepresenting exactly how long people were engaged in watching these videos and how many there were. So I think due diligence, good idea. Elon, he's got an engineering brain. So if he wants to look into it himself, he can. It's going to be tough to be successful. These bots it's a cat and mouse game. They're constantly reinventing themselves, and it's very difficult. There's machine learning algorithms that can kind of get out this bot detection, but it will be difficult to actually discern how many accounts are automated and how many are actually real people.
I'm wondering what the recourse would be if there was a significant amount of bots. And I agree with anybody analyzing your investment here and seeing that there's potential for a problem. He says he's not backing out, but if this becomes a larger issue, I'm wondering if there's any recourse for him there.
Well, there's actually two schools of thought here on why he's doing what he's doing. And first is he might actually, like you said, be walking away, be looking to back out. Like you said, he would probably face lawsuits in that regard. But the second school of thought, and I think this is most interesting, is that he could be setting himself up for more advantageous terms. So he could be, looking to get Twitter at a discount. He already tweeted out today something to the effect of, and you'll laugh at this one, owning the libs ain't cheap, right? So not verbatim, just to paraphrase there, but he basically said anyone who's tried to do this hasn't tried to buy a social media company. So he understands that he's making a big investment. The stock is below what he's actually offering them now, probably in fact due to what he announced on Friday, how he was slowing down this acquisition. But as you said, he's committed to the acquisition. Maybe he's just a good bargainer. I wouldn't count him out in that regard.
I think he's a smart businessman. But his hold, though, is exposing Twitter and the dangers of big tech. Some believe that the percentage of the bots and spam accounts on Twitter is actually much higher than 5%. What do you make of that number, and what do you think it means for the platform?
Yeah, I've seen that too. So Twitter says 5%. I've seen other researchers say 10 to 15% as well. This is going to happen, right? It's very difficult, again, that cat and mouse game, to understand if you're an info security technical programmer there, if you're looking at if you're an analyst even at Twitter, trying to figure out which accounts are automated and which accounts are genuine is very difficult. This is a tale as old as time that a lot of social platforms have had to deal with. Not all bots are nefarious. Some are just trying to amplify work and brands and whatnot. But if Elon is very serious about making this a free speech platform for the globe, which I believe he is, then he's gonna want to get those automated, inauthentic accounts and all of the behaviors that come with it off the platform. So good on him for doing the due diligence, but it is a very difficult task that he set himself to in a public way.
I'm with you. Frederick, we appreciate you being here.
Thanks for having me.